of the Rise and Die podcast. I'm joined today with the same shitter co-host that I always have. Um, Sinister 2. Sinister, how's your day going?
Pretty good. You hear my dogs in the fucking background?
No, but I
Like
see
that.
them.
He's trying to. There's like a bunch of DVDs on the couch. I haven't moved. And he's fucking laying on them. Do you hear that?
Okay, now I kind of hear it.
He's just trying to find
Listen,
a
listen,
nice
listen.
flick to watch, bro.
Listen, listen.
Bro, I see him.
What the fuck? All right,
Okay.
you wanna introduce our guest today, buddy? Aaron?
Yeah. So this is Ben. Ben's our favorite handsome gamer. Hold on a second. Podcast going live now.
Oh, he's got a shout out in his Discord. So Ben is our favorite gamer to kill in Tarkov.
Hold Well, that too.
Yep. So that's a given.
So back to that. Yeah, Ben's probably the most handsome gamer I know, apart from myself. He's always got a smile on his face, you know.
Just
You
true.
need some good stories. Talk to him because he's fucking like twice our age. And
Aaron's fucking on one today. Okay, so this is this is
okay.
Ben or DragonTasker. Ben, you want to introduce yourself, buddy?
bro, the plank is in my fucking face right now.
Bro, well then sit up, bro.
Yeah, gamer check, posture check, buddy.
Yeah, posture check, dog. Nah, so my name's Ben. My online alias is DragonTasker. I stream as well with these goofballs on Twitch. We have a lot of fun. I met Aaron. What was it, like 3 months now? All right, Aaron.
Yeah.
This angle of the cam is kind of scared me just a little bit, buddy.
Sorry,
Blair
guys.
Witch Project type shit.
No,
Alright.
so yeah, I met Aaron probably about almost 4 months ago now on Twitch. You know, surfing the viewers for Escape from Tarkov, looking to see, is Tarkov a game that I, want to invest in, want to play? Because none of my friends from Missouri or anything like that were like, yeah, let's play. And I was like, okay, I'm a lonely boy. Let's go see if we can see if this game's gonna be worth it. And then obviously from there on in, I got to know Aaron, and then from that got to know Kyle, and we've had a pretty good time.
I'd say
So
you got pretty lucky, given the people that like you got to learn the game with in the beginning. Like Kai and I are like the best fucking teachers you could have. Like I know we fucked with you a lot, but like
you've killed me more
we-
times
we got you
than
so much fucking gear, dude. Like literally.
I mean.
Oh, Kyle. By the way, remember to turn me up on Discord.
Oh yeah, good shout.
You're just a papeg, dude. You have
Turning
you
you up,
guys
Benno.
meme me so many times, but it's okay. It's fine, genuinely.
Okay, so first thing we should note that's obvious to anyone who's watched the other episodes is we have a fucking brand new overlay that isn't fucking
Oh.
scuffed.
Yo.
And this
that's
was-
debatable. I mean,
Oh wait, are they too loud now? Fuck. Did I?
no, it's good.
Oh god, my ears.
There's always gonna be something wrong on the podcast. It's always gonna be scuffed as fuck. But
Yo, stop fucking complaining in the chat right now.
so yeah, Ben was the one who created this overlay for us. Really fucking awesome, dude. I appreciate it a lot, and this fucking thing looks absolutely sick.
I do what I can to help my friends. So, the
Also
logo
new
was fun to
alerts.
do. Yeah, dude, the alerts.
The yoink
check it
alerts
out.
are also thanks to Ben showing me the web.
Ben is
Can I put my camera
MVP.
down just
I
like a
tried
little
it.
bit more?
No,
Yeah, I think
looks
that
good
looks
right
fine.
there. I feel like it just zoomed in a little bit for you.
All right,
But
so
other than
we
that-
want to get into the story that we were talking about the other day that we put on hold for the podcast.
You just let me know what you want me.
We want to
did
hear
it.
the
Even if
Ben
it's not TOS, make it TOS safe so we can hear it.
Yeah, no, obviously I'll make
the
sure
the Ben dying grandpa Tinder date story. That one.
for sure.
You want to open with that one?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can start with that. So, my freshman year in college, I made the mistake of playing the Tinder game. And I remember one of the people that I ended up getting matched with was a girl. Obviously, like I'll keep her name anonymous and everything like that. But one of the very first messages that we exchanged with each other was like, "Hey, I'm at the hospital right now, and my grandpa isn't gonna make it. Can you come here and comfort me?"
How
That
fucking
is,
awkward, dude.
bro. That's the first message. Like top
Like you didn't
10
talk
messages.
anything before?
No,
Like
yeah, I swiped up. Like we saw that we matched, and I said, "Hey, how are you doing tonight?" And she was like, "Not well. My grandpa's dying in the hospital. Can you come here and like comfort me?"
I can just
Oh,
imagine her grandpa like literally the machine beep and then she's fucking outside swiping on Tinder in like the fucking visitor chair.
bro, like I don't know. Like, do you are you really that sad if you are on Tinder while your grandpa is sick in the hospital?
That just sounds like attention seeking.
Well, probably, dude. All right, now see, now my girlfriend's going in on me too.
Alright, so what happened after that?
So yeah, it gets better. So
Imagine matching with Ben on Tinder.
yeah, dude. Wait, I could re-download it and I could show my account for if we really want to get like that funny into it. I'm down.
Second podcast will get proof, and Kyle can put it up on the screen. Everything.
Okay. Yeah. And so it gets better. Gramps stirring in the grave. But no, so it gets better. I have a good friend who I guess I'll also keep his name anonymous just for I don't know whether or not he wants to be associated with this story or not. But like 5-10 minutes go by and he matches with the same girl. And
Fucking
then
hell.
She asked the same thing.
he comes up to me and goes, "Yo, didn't you just match with this guy or girl?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude. She wanted me to go to the hospital and like comfort her." And he was like, "Well, what should I do?" I was like, "I don't know. Play it however you want it." And then she tried to ask him to go to the hospital to comfort her with her grandpa on his dead bed, dying last
And
couple
this was like
minutes or
how
something
many
like that.
hours after?
No, it wasn't even any hours. It was like 10 minutes.
Oh my god.
Apparently,
I
she
told-
didn't like my response
I
to
told
whatever
Kai that
she
today.
said.
I told Kai about this, and I was like, "Oh, it was like 10 minutes apart," and I was like, "Oh, I'm just guessing. I'm gonna guess that's what it was." I was fucking right. That's actually so funny, dude.
I kid you not, it was legit like 10 minutes between me matching with her and then my buddy matching with her as well. And so then we teamed up and we're like, bro, we gotta mess with her. Like, what's the likelihood she knows that we know each other and are like really good friends? And so we like pranked her a little bit, like, oh, are you swiping with, or like, you swiping to try to get any other people to talk to right now, or are you just talking to me? And she was like, oh, don't worry, I'm just talking to you. And I was like, oh, really? What about this dude? And so we like called her out, and it was, I don't know, we had a fun, me and my buddy had a deeper relationship after that. So
Funny.
we never went to the hospital, just for anyone wondering. We said, heck no, bro, that's
Bro, if
good.
that ever happened to Kai and I, that'd be fucking like the most bonding experience ever. Just fucking putting somebody on blast about that, like it's fucking
Imagine,
hilarious.
dude. Right.
Aaron, do you have
Like,
any
10 minutes.
Tinder stories, buddy?
I have a few. So there was like this was right after my breakup. There was this girl that was actually really fucking cute, and I was talking to her. I matched with her, and she was like being really, really like flirty with me, but I wasn't fucking like confident at all back then. Like I was like totally thinking I was a fucking loser. I just started going to the gym. Everything was like, I guess, getting to where it should have been. And she was like, yeah. She like said something about me. She started calling me fucking baby boy, and I like started like I don't know. I didn't go where it was supposed to. Like she said something. It was along the lines of like, she's like, yeah, you shouldn't like work out so much, baby boy, something like that. I was like,
Oh
"Going to the gym is
god.
actually really good for you," and like fucking just totally killed it, 100%.
Should go to the gym, baby boy.
No, she was like, you shouldn't go to the gym that much, baby boy. She's like, you could get hurt lifting too much, and I was like, I don't know about that. And I like fucking like started arguing with her about it, and then she didn't fucking reply, and that was it.
It's funny.
Jeez, dude.
Yeah.
That's kind of rough.
You have another one or no? Did you say you had a couple or no?
Yeah, I talked to this really fucking dumb girl one time, and she like had it obviously. It was like a fake picture of like her with Post Malone. And when I matched it, I was like, "Oh wow, that's really cool. You got a picture with Post Malone." She's like, "It's fake," and I was like, "Yeah, I fucking know." And then she stopped replying, and that was it. So,
That's funny.
yeah, that was like shortly in between.
Did you
I
guys
don't-
ever do? Did you guys ever do the group matching, like where you and your buddy are like looking for other groups of people to match with on Tinder?
Is that
No,
really
I've
a
never used it
thing?
before. I don't
Dude,
have
yeah.
IRL friends. What the fuck?
They really have like group matching
Yeah. So
for what? Fucking like orgies, basically.
Whoa, no, just like double dating or like groups of like. I mean, you could look for guys as
group
well
what?
if you just wanted to
Well,
get
is
like
it-
a gamer squad to go together or something like that.
A gamer squad?
I guess,
So-
but at least the stereotype I've heard is Tinder's just for like hookups and shit.
Oh no, it definitely is.
So
But,
like a group thing just kind of sounds like an orgy, an orgy setup.
I don't know. Me and my friends used it. I guess the first thing you should know about the friend group that I used Tinder with was like huge memesters. Like they would match with people and then just try to use the weirdest pickup lines like, "Yo, if I was on sale, would you pick me up?" or something like that. Like not even good ones. Um, but one of the things that we did when we did like the group matching or whatnot, is every time we matched with someone, we'd have one of our buddies ask them, "Okay, if you were given the task of sieging a castle in the years 488 AD or something like that, what would be your ideal choice to breach the castle walls?" And they had exactly 10 minutes. And if they did said anything other than trebuchet, we unmatched with them and we ripped them. They ripped them a new one. We were all bored for the trebuchet meets. The other two would then throw in trebuchet pictures. Like we hardcore went trebuchet,
What
guys.
the fuck?
Yeah, we memed on some people. It was pretty funny.
Okay, so Ben, you're taking a semester off of school this year, right? Or not
Yeah,
this year, just
yeah,
like
yeah.
right now.
Wow, dude, when
Is
did you
it-
just fucking out him right now?
Is it
Didn't tell my parents that yet, but I guess they know now.
is it is your school all online right now though, right?
Yeah, so this semester I decided to not take any classes, work full time, try to stream a little bit more consistently, put some actual, time into something that I'm super passionate on, or wanted to be super passionate, but felt like I never was giving it the amount of time that I needed to give it in order to see if it was something that I actually like wanted to do or could do. And so I decided this semester I'd take off, as well as like I had some big decisions coming up. Like I'm in essence a senior. Like I think I have like 1.5 semesters left. Like I have normally you could take 18 credits in a semester, and I think I have like 20 credits I have to get left until I'm like good to graduate. And so like life was knocking on the door like hardcore, like pounding to get in, and I'm like, bro, you no, not yet. Like I'm good. I'm just
I
gonna go
know.
like drink 7 monsters and stay up for 48 hours, and I want to be the gamer boy. I'm not ready for IRL stuff yet. And then I was also presented with the opportunity with my ministry to potentially like go overseas after I graduate, and that was like something I wanted to actually take some time and think about, because like that's a huge change in my life to like live somewhere.
Yeah.
Change.
Exactly. And it wasn't just like, oh, I'd be overseas for like 3 months. I would have been there for like 2 years. And so I took some time and try to make some decisions on that. So during this entire semester, it's just been ideally trying to figure out like myself, my next 5 years in a way or something like that.
So did you
Uh,
make a decision on that yet or no?
So I mean, I don't know if there's really a way to make a decision on something like that, but I've definitely come to, have definitely made a pretty good plan for the next 5 years that I'm very comfortable with following, um, and like I'm excited for as well. Because I mean, I don't. I think one thing that I always forgot to do was like plan big life events or that kind of stuff. You just assume they're gonna happen at some point, and so
Yeah.
trying to take the time and plan, okay, what are you going to do like post college? Like, where are you going to live? What are you going to do with your life, that kind of stuff. And so this semester's been really good for that, as well as really good for just like my mental health in general. I used to struggle with like a whole bunch of that kind of stuff, and so it was really good to kind of take a second, work really hard, make sure I could provide for myself during this time, as well as like have some time to do some of the stuff that I'm super passionate for.
That's
But the
awesome.
question
Yeah.
you guys initially asked, I guess, you let me know like if I'm talking too much.
No,
you
you're
just
No,
fine,
this
let me
is
dude.
know, right?
perfect. This is exactly what we fucking want it. Like, go all out, dude. We're listening.
And so yeah, my school, it was, I don't know, probably close to a month ago now. We were so it was the week that my girlfriend's car broke down on campus while I was using it to go to work because I didn't have parking on campus. The serpentine belt broke on it. I tried to fix it like 3 times. Every single time it would pop off again. Let me tell you, there are not many things more frustrating than after you fix something on a car, then you
To have it
start
fuck
it,
up again.
and then that same exact thing is the reason why it doesn't work again. Like,
That's the same thing with like building computers, dude. You fucking push the button and it turns on, and then like you get sent a fucking dead RAM stick for like 2 days. You panic and think you wasted like fucking $1,300,
yep,
and then
yep,
finally you figure out that's why, and
and
you
you're
turn it on again.
thankful.
You're like, oh yeah, this is gonna work,
Yeah,
and then it fucking doesn't, and then
It's-
you go like another 2 days thinking your shit's fucked up. It's the fucking worst. I feel like I definitely understand that 100%.
yeah. So I was already kind of in a mood, if you want to say that, because of the car issues. And that's a whole nother story I could get into, man. Let me tell you, Frank, he can go suck on a pineapple, bro. Like, I don't mess around with Frank anymore,
Dude,
bro.
what is Frank?
The
Bro, it was
NPC,
the
dude.
dude
He's the
that tried to
NPC.
fix Emily's car. Sorry, Emily, your name's outed. You're my girlfriend. You're stuck with me. You're busted. Your name's getting outed. But
And Frank, too. Damn, bro.
I think it's Frank. So it was the week before St. Patrick's Day, and now my girlfriend's
So
saying
can you
I
give us
broke
an
her car.
address where this guy works, social security number?
I
zip
can, but I'm
code?
not going to because
Like, we
he
wanna
may not
fucking
be
blow
there
this
anymore.
guy up in
Honestly,
Minecraft.
he may already be gone. But that's that's TOS, so I'm not gonna go into that. So
Okay.
no, I think his name. I think it was Frank. But Frank is a douchebag. Let me tell you, he tried bro. I'm gonna get heated talking about Frank, and this could be
Let's see it,
scary.
dude. We want it all tonight. Everything.
All
Give
right,
it to us
all right,
all.
all right, all right, all right. You asked for it. So we take her car in, and I'm just like, we get it towed. But first off, the people who tow the car, oh man, this is so they come in. They're like 45 minutes away from the car or something like that.
Mhm.
And so they get there and just, my God, this dude is so rude. Like, to be fair, this is a, yeah, Charles was the
Charles and
Charles
Frank.
was the
All these
tow driver,
NPCs,
right?
dude.
Fucking names, dude.
Right. Well, so they're
Who's
from
that? Ray?
they're from they're from no life land, small town country.
Yeah.
Look at your cousin a different way, that kind of area. And so I think yeah. So I introduced myself to Charles because Charles got really lippy with my girlfriend, and like I'm not down for that. Like that's
Like, he was giving her
yeah.
like some sass and shit.
Well, it's just being like extremely rude. This man had apparently never heard of the words customer service in his entire life, and just was like, you know what? My name's Charles, and I move cars, and that's all that matters, bro. And so so he was like, my girlfriend was like, hey, can you call him and just like take care of this? I've got class, this that, and I was like, you know what? I got it. My job's going down the drain anyway, so might as well. And so I called Charles and I was like, hey, buddy, listen here. I'm the significant other of the girl that you were talking to. And it turns out you weren't talking too nice. And he's like, sir, I'm not really sure what you're talking about. And I was like, no,
Do
but
these
I
words sound familiar?
do. And so I was like, I was told that you're unable to tow my girlfriend's car because it's in a parking structure, even though we told you it's in a parking structure. And he was like, wait a second. Now, I didn't say we couldn't tow it. And I was like, well, interesting, because I have
As soon as
someone
you
who I.
fucking hear those lines, you know he's a liar.
Exactly, dude. And he's like, well, I never said that. And he's like, well, Charles, I'm going to be honest, between you and my significant other, I'm taking her side, Charles. You're pissing in the
Scammer.
pot you're drinking from, brother. Like that ain't you ain't blowing that smoke up my butt, dude. I ain't doing with it. So I immediately he's like, I don't know, it seemed like he was flabbergasted, but I don't really know. So he was like, listen, like, when can we do this? I'm gonna be on campus. I've never been to Missouri before. I'm like, you live 45 minutes away. What other city? What other state is 45 minutes away from the middle of the freaking state? Bro, Columbia is literally the center of it. He's like, I don't know what Missouri's all about. I'm like, bro, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
You
this
don't
guy
know what
sounds like a
Missouri
fucking
is?
clown.
Bro. And so I was like, Charles, have you had your lunch break yet? And he goes, no, not yet, sir. And I was like, you go take your lunch break. I'll see you in about 45 minutes. This is where I'll see you, and we'll go from there. And then I hung up on him. And so, I don't know, Charles went and
Ben's
had.
actually fucking asking
Alpha
me to
as
get him down
fuck,
right
dude.
now. Yeah. Holy shit, dude. I'd be shitting
It's-
my pants.
so, I don't know. So I don't know, went and had Jimmy John's or something. I don't know. Probably couldn't even afford Jimmy John's, but well, we won't even go into that. So I meet him, and he wasn't even gonna introduce himself. He was like, "All right, where's the car?" And I was like, "Hi, I'm Ben. Your name?" Because I actually didn't think I knew his name was Charles yet. I'm not exactly sure, but I like shook his hand. Like, I don't know. That's just stuff that you do.
Yeah,
Like,
be
when
polite.
exactly you
Make
have
eye
manners.
contact, shake his hand, ask him how
Well,
he's doing.
workers like that, they're kind of like scummy and they don't really care. Well, I guess a lot of them, not all of them.
I wouldn't say even a lot of them. Like, if you want to fucking have a business, you got to be a nice
Well,
person.
yeah, I
fucking
agree, but
Sell yourself to people. So, I mean, I'd say the majority of people aren't like that, but
No, I'd have to agree. Like, one of the things that we were taught, like business school, like granted, business and like tow trucking is like probably like two completely different opposite ends of like the spectrum. But I don't know, it's still customer service. You still want to like put your best foot forward. So either way, he just like wouldn't. He didn't want to shake my hand. Didn't want to introduce himself. And so we get to the car, and he was like, "Well, I can't use the tow truck inside of this parking garage because of the low ceilings." And I was like, "Well, we told you it was in a parking structure. Why didn't you like plan around that?" And he was like, "I don't know." And I was like, "All right." And he was like, "All
gotta
right,
take
so
another lunch break, buddy.
exactly." And so he's like, "All right, we'll just have you drive the car out of the parking structure, and then we'll put it on my truck." Buddy,
The car
the
doesn't
serpentine
work.
belt is broken. This car isn't starting, or else it's gonna be breaking. And unless you're, I mean, if you want to start it, drive it out of here, and then pay me for breaking the car even more, by all means. But you're gonna be signing something. And he was like, "Oh, I ain't signing nothing." I was like, "All right, well then, just call your manager or whatever." I pulled a full Carol with the haircut move, and I was like, "Let me speak to your boss." And so he puts his boss, like, he's like, "Well, we don't do that in this company," and all this kind of stuff. I was like, "All right, then let's push it out." And he was like, "Push it out? Heck no, I ain't doing that." So gets his boss on. Boss is like, "Yeah, no, we don't sign anything like that. We aren't going to take any sort of liability." I'm just like, "So let me get this straight. You you came here to tow the broken car that needs a tow because it's broken, but yet you want to use the car like it's not broken in order to get it on the tow truck that's here because it's broken." And she was like, "Yeah, I guess that's what we're here to do." And I was like, "Well, then that's just stupid. Just go ahead, call AAA and send me another tow company." Then Charles just left. Didn't say bye. Didn't say like, "Hey, sorry, this didn't work out." And Charles was just gone. He's just left. And then another company came, and they were super nice. And
Real
you know,
quick, are we having difficulties? Does anyone have the stream open? Is it shit in the bed right now or what?
yeah, it's really bad. It's like stuttering every like 2 seconds. It's pausing.
What the hell?
Yeah.
What's the quick fix for this, boys?
Um, Pray for some god internet to just fucking slam down on your desk right now.
Take your phone off of Wi-Fi. Maybe that'll help. I'm not sure.
Everyone's on the fucking internet at my house.
That'll do it, Doug. That'll do it.
I got
But,
one. I got one drop frame notification. Now it's fine, but I don't know.
It's all good. Let's just keep going.
Karen. Yeah. Sorry, I meant Karen. That's the one I
That's
was
how
thinking.
delayed the stream is apparently. Jesus Christ.
You guys catching back up right now?
Is it fine now or
So-
no? I guess we wait to see if it catches up. If not, then should I restart?
I'll tell you if it freezes again. If it does, then you might need to
Well, yeah, I got
restart.
another drop frame notifications. Fucking hell, I hate my life.
I mean, we can just let this catch up if we want to. It's up to you
Guys,
guys.
I was gonna say, so Ben, you have tomorrow off too, right?
I do.
Worst case scenario, we don't do it tonight. We can do it tomorrow as well. Like
Okay.
later, like
Oh.
late at night, like 11, 12 when it works for Kyle. So if we can't now, then we can do it then. But I don't care if we keep pushing on. That's fine. Like I'd be down to just go with it and keep going.
It don't matter to me. Don't matter
I
to me.
just hate how. This is so annoying. I think. Okay, wait. I think we're actually catch up now. Yo,
Chat, put a-
yeah, chat. Put a one
in
when you
chat.
hear this. Put a one when you hear this. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
All right, we're back.
we're
guys.
good now. We're good now.
Bro, I wonder
Okay.
if my voice just went like double speed. It's just like just straight through it.
Yeah, for anyone
What's
who's
up, Sweeney? How's it going, brother?
Okay, so what I want to talk about next, since this is a zombies podcast, we can talk about your experience with zombies, Ben. Your what
My-
you say little experience with zombies.
My
But
minimum amount of experience
yeah, dude,
with
tell us
zombies. I mean,
where
I'm
you
down.
started and how you like it and shit like that.
Okay, so I played World at War Zombies.
Right
on
when
the
it came out?
Xbox. Yeah, I think about when it came out. Xbox 360 Elite. That's what I played it on.
Elite? What the fuck is 360 Elite? Is that like a
Yeah,
different type
dude.
of
It's
console?
like the white console was the original, and then the black one was like elite.
Yep.
I had the Slim,
Yeah,
I think
you're
it
not
was.
fucking 60 years old like Ben and I. We both know.
No, I remember I had the Slim. But
Ben
I
and I
had-
are old gamers. That's why we know these terms.
Bro, you're not an old gamer until you try to restore an Atari 2600 and an NES. Have you
Yeah,
done
I've never
that?
been there. No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, okay.
No.
So I'm the old gamer. Get off. This is my pedestal.
Okay. Okay. All right. Backing down. You can take it
I get
for the
I
night.
get.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay, so did you buy the DLCs for World at War or no? Did you just play the original map?
Bro, you think I? So one thing you should know, I'm not a huge DLC fan. Like, I don't normally buy DLCs. I just kind of buy OG game and then play OG game, and that's kind of where I'm at. And so did that with World at War, and then from World at War went into Black Ops 2, Kino der Toten. Love it, bro.
That was
Kino.
BO1.
Oh, was it BO1? Nailed it. See, that's how much I know, dude. That's how much.
So
that's
you
how much
so
I know.
you were like me when I first started playing. I didn't buy the DLCs and I just had the base maps. That's what I played the most of, at least, was 5, Kino, and Noct.
So I did play 5 a little bit. I remember that one. I remember being able to glitch onto the filing cabinets and then jump onto the center table and being able to high round from there.
Aaron, do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Or the Noct stairs?
You, like,
Remember you
you
could
jumped on like.
you had
Are you
to
talking
you had to
about- are you
destroy
talking
the
about
certain
5?
yeah, you had to destroy the certain glass windows. It's like the
Yeah, and then you could,
barriers.
like, barricade it, and then you jump on
Yeah.
it, and you fucking like jump on the table.
Yeah.
Yep.
Does that still work today?
Probably, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, if they patched that, that's fucking lame.
And then you remember the Noct jumping down the stairs and not landing on the pillar?
Yeah, I remember that. You could just sprint and jump, and you could get stuck in that. You didn't have to jump down the stairs.
I always jumped down.
I was gonna ask, did you do the buried glitch when it like first came out, where you could just stand, like you know, like the alleyway? It's like in front of Jug, but it's closer to like the room with the wall by. There was like a spot you could get stuck in, and you could just do all of your high rounding right there. And you throw in like a time bomb every time you got a max ammo. It was like a glitch spot. That was like the first ever like high round I ever went for on like any Call of Duty. I got like
no, I didn't
78
have buried
kills.
when it came out. I didn't have it when it came
Well,
but
yeah, I got it when it came out because my friends were gonna play it, and they were like, "Yeah, there's this really cool fucking like Western zombies map. It's gonna be so cool." And we played it. I was like, "Yeah, this is fun." Mark II came out. Sorry, I'm getting off topic. Go ahead.
yeah, so Ben, when you probably, I'm not sure when you started streaming, like if you tried it like a long time ago or whatever, but this most like recent surge, when did you start?
Bro, it's funny you say that. So, actually, there's an old YouTube channel called Vintage Hideaway. It became my vlog channel during my freshman year of college. But prior to that, it was video game content as well as Magic the Gathering card pack openings and that kind of stuff because I'm a huge
Oh
nerd.
yeah, yeah.
And so I remember, bro, I recorded an entire draft, like, and then like did a voiceover on why I picked the cards that I picked, explained my deck build for draft and all that kind of stuff. Um, but one of the videos, the very first video, was a two-parter video of me and my buddy playing um, Town. And
Oh, we gotta fucking pull that up, dude.
bro, I mean, I've got it.
How long ago is this?
Bro,
Was it when the game
high
came out, like 2012?
It's got to be pretty. Oh, it's. I don't think it's. I don't think it's. It's probably like 2 years. It's like 2014, 2015. It's definitely when I'm in high school. Here, I can go to YouTube and I can find out when I posted it. But
That
yeah,
was a
so
really fun fucking map.
it was. I didn't like personally transit. I did it. There was just too much going on for me.
It's fun with the boys, I think, but that's about it.
I don't know. I could not figure it out for the life of
Yo,
me.
what the fuck, Kyle? Do you have ghost? You just pull in your bed and I didn't see it because your fucking bed sheet just moved.
Oh, it's probably the fan blowing on it.
Dude, I was like, what the fuck? Is that?
Paranormal activity going on.
Yeah,
All of a sudden, just it's getting
Yeah,
pulled
like,
away and
just
shit.
gone.
I was like, what is that? I was like, why did that just fucking move?
Yeah, it's probably the fan blowing on it.
So it was uploaded February 26th, 2016.
Okay.
It's got
And
3 likes.
it was a town commentary with you and your friend. Or like,
Well, it's I don't even, bro. You want to know how scuffed this recording is?
is it on a
So
phone recording a
you
TV?
use an Elgato, right?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure this was prior to me having enough money to have something like an Elgato. But I did get a GoPro for Christmas one year. And you bet your bottom dollar I set that GoPro up in front of the TV to record our gameplay.
I
Anybody
feel
else
like that's
know
some
that?
shit Aaron would have done before.
Wait, you set an Elgato in front of your TV?
No,
to
no,
record?
a GoPro.
Oh, a
GoPro?
Recording the
GoPro?
TV.
Okay, so that's actually really fucking funny that you brought that up, and now I have to go in depth on this. I had
I
a
made both of
YouTube
them
channel.
public, by the way.
I had a
If you wanted
YouTube
to try to
channel
look at them, Kyle. Sorry, go ahead.
when I was like really young, and I would like do the most random dumb shit. And, like one of my friends like fucking bullied me for this. Basically, I had a game for my original Xbox, and it was like Tom Clancy's like Ghost Recon, like the original Ghost Recon. And I reviewed it like fucking 10 years after the game came out in like 1999. And I fucking like recorded this whole video for it, and I was like, yeah, it's a pretty good game. Hope you guys should get it. And like, I didn't even fucking have the game in the case. And like midway through the video, I opened it and I folded it open, and there's nothing in there. And I was like, oh, I don't have the game, I guess. Sealed it back up, and then just kept going with the video. And then I had like other videos where I'd record the TV, like you guys were talking about. Like one of them was like a 10 million point combo on fucking Tony Hawk's American Wasteland, like without failing. So like
Damn,
I had
bro.
like a 3 minute video of that, and then I had like a fucking another one was like Call of Duty Black Ops when there was like a fucking like glitch with one of the guns that I had like infinite ammo, and I recorded it, and then I like grabbed my camera and put it up to my face, and I was like, I gave like a fucking reaction to it, and I was just like, wow. Like it was so cringy, dude. And I fucking deleted like all those videos when I was in middle school.
See,
I
I
thought
like
people were gonna fucking find them and like fucking give me shit about it.
always had the urge to like post YouTube videos and shit, but I never had the equipment until like recently to actually like edit and like Elgato to get gameplay and stuff like that. It was always
It's really fun. Like once you just get it down and start doing it a lot, like it gets really fucking fun.
yeah.
I
I mean
agree.
that's why I think we're all been streaming is because it's fun.
Bro, fucking Toontown streams are the best. Honestly,
No,
that
stop.
shit is so
No,
fun.
no.
You're gonna look back on
Stop.
this podcast, the third episode. Remember the third episode when we have like 800 episodes, and you're gonna be fucking looking at gassing up Toontown, and you're gonna be like, "Why did I put so much time into this dog shit game?"
Toontown's so fucking fun. I played the game when I was a kid. It's not even about like the game. It's about fucking carrying on legacy. Legacy
Yeah,
from
what
Toontown.
legacy is that? That's shit.
Bro,
Bro, you want to talk about
listen,
legacy,
buddy.
bro?
I
You
will
get
fucking leave you in the dirt on
Zombies has a legacy, all right.
no. I'm talking Club Penguin.
Oh yeah, I
You
played
know,
that shit when I was a kid, dude. Club Penguin was the shit
who
when I was a
didn't
kid.
play Club Penguin,
I
right?
played
Or
it
like
briefly. I like
Webkins,
Toontown, dude. I like Toontown so much more.
bro. Webkins.
Oh fuck yeah, I had like
Yeah.
80 of those too, dude. I
Heck
remember
yeah,
all
bro.
that
Made
fucking.
my mom go broke buying me those stuffed
Yeah.
animals so I could get the cool ones on the online, dude. Heck yeah.
I remember like the first day of fucking actual public school I went to. So I went to like preschool and kindergarten, and then I did 2 years of homeschooling, and then I went to actual fucking school, and it was really weird because there's a school like down, not even like a 2 minute walk away from my house, and my fucking parents didn't put me in that school. They drove me like fucking half an hour away and put me in a different school, and then there were no buses because it was out of the district. They'd have to come and pick me up. So the first like week of school is kind of just like fuck around, especially for kids. So like we played on these computers, and I remember going out, and everybody was playing fucking Pop Tropica, and I was like, "What is this fucking
Oh, that
game
game's
called?"
fucking
I
so
was like,
good
"What is-" I
too,
was like,
dude.
"What is this? What is this fucking game everybody's playing?" And I was like, "Did my parents actually just throw me into a school where we just fucking play games?" And like after that week, reality hit, and I was like, "This shit sucks. I want the fuck out right now." Nobody fucking liked me. I made some friends, but like, oh my god, there were so many fucking people who didn't like me. Whenever there was a fucking girl named Gretchen, and she said that I laughed when her fucking friend moved away, and she was crying, and I fucking didn't.
That's some Aaron shit you would do though, dude. Oh my god.
I swear to God, I didn't fucking laugh at her friend, like, or I didn't laugh at her when she was crying. I remember like fucking 5 years down the road, I see her friend that moved away and fucking Fred Meyer walking around with her mom. I was like, "Hey, what's going on?" And she just looked at me and fucking walked away. Like, there's people that don't fucking like me because of shit like that, dude. 100%.
Dude, Pop Tropica just opened up a whole realm of nostalgia for me, dude. I remember
Yeah, I
that shit.
thought that was what people were fucking going to school for. I was like, "You're going to school to play Pop Tropica, dude. This is so
Like
good."
fucking the superhero world where you could fly and shit. I remember that. I think it was based off of there was like a Big Nate world. Wasn't that a book, Big Nate or something? Remember that for some reason.
I'm not
There was like the
exactly
Bunny
sure.
Island. I remember the Bunny Island. We got like Carrot Night Vision and you fucking invaded the barn and shit.
Bro, I vividly remember somebody being stuck in a fucking dungeon one time on Pop Tropica, and I was like, "What is this fucking game?"
Bro,
And I
that's
was trying to-
RuneScape, bro. I remember
They kept, like, dying.
underneath the Varrock bank, there's that like jail, and if you're level 36 in your spells, you can use telekinesis grab, and you can yoink some of those coins, some of the like
Ben
ruby,
with the RuneScape tips, dude.
ruby rings, bro. That
All the OSRS players are fucking foaming with his tips now, Ben.
Bro, that's. I mean, honestly, the loot there is not good. I remember getting to level 36 of my spells and then being so excited to go down there and be able to do it. You did not make your money back after what you had to do to cast those spells. I remember, bro, 5th grade, I would rock out some RuneScape as soon as I get home off the bus. It's the same time I was using AOL to message some girl that I liked, and like when people took a phone call, like my internet crashed, like. Those are simpler times. Those were good times.
Yeah, dude, that's the same way I feel with zombies, man. Like, the old times are just the best. It's never gonna be as good as that.
Yeah, that's why
Back when
like
we used to use Skype to play League compared to
BO5
like
being a thing is gonna be like fucking hard to beat anything because like even BO3 is really fun.
yeah. We want to talk about Valorant? I know fucking Aaron doesn't have it, but
Yeah, I've
we
got
all
no
have
fucking
opinions
news
about
about
it,
this
and
game.
me and Ben have played it. So,
I've got, I mean, there's plenty I could talk about with Valorant.
want to open up
But
with Aaron's opinions? He has the least knowledge, or, like experience.
yeah, I
I
mean,
think that
if he wants to talk about it,
see the thing with like games is like I could flame people for playing fucking Valorant and thinking it's good because like I don't think Valorant is like the best game ever. Obviously, like there's not a fucking best game, but um I don't know. Valorant's just not something I think I would enjoy personally. But I'm not gonna like say it's shit for anybody else to play. Like people fucking don't understand why I play Toontown, and like that game's fun just because I like it, and I played it when I was a kid. So Valorant, if people fucking like it because of this or that, that's fine. Like you can have a preference with the game. I just don't like it personally because of some stuff I've seen. But maybe if I play it and actually try it when it comes out, I'll have a different opinion about it. But I don't know. I'm just focused on different stuff with the games right now, so I haven't really given it a whole lot of like attention. Even like Tarkov hasn't had my attention for a while. Like I played for fucking like a minute yesterday and got off after I died. Like I shot around a fucking corner. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this. So I don't
that's
know.
fair.
Valorant is it's interesting. It's new for sure, but I think at the same time it's like kind of recycled off of other games. So it's cool. It could be like a breath of fresh air in the sense that some stuff in it hasn't been done before, but a lot of it you can see in like other games and stuff. So I mean, it's not really anything too special for me. It doesn't catch my eye too much. That's my full honest opinion.
All right, sit in your chair, you little son of a. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, sorry, Dad.
No. I mean, I get that. I mean, that's the same way. I don't enjoy MOBAs at all. But that's like the cool part about video games is they have so many different categories of video games for literally everyone,
Yeah.
which is super cool. I know my opinions on Valorant are that it is my new favorite game simply because I missed out on CS:GO and its competitive nature. So when I started having like a computer that could play at a high level, I was like 10 years behind the skill curve.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted the highly competitive, highly, sought out, oh, dude, like know everything about a game. And it's, it stays with the competitive nature and, being good at a game actually means something in CS and that kind of stuff. Like I've always wanted that, but I feel like I've never been able to have it because of the skill gap in CS:GO. I guess I briefly got it a little bit with Overwatch. Like I played Overwatch when it first started coming out. Me and my buddies all used to all play it together. We literally would put together compositions of teams with with the six of us. That way we knew, okay, if they picked this composition, then this is our counter composition, and we would roll with it.
Everyone would switch
And
characters and
exactly, yeah, we would pull a 180. Okay, this is how they're playing. We know we've planned for this to happen, and then we would 180 it. And so like I don't know. I'm a weird person when it comes to video games
Yeah.
because there are the times where I'll play something nonstop for like 3 months, and then like I still think it's a really good game. I think my biggest example, and I think some people in chat potentially could resonate with this, is I used to love Castle Crashers. Did
that
either
game
of you
is
play
a fuck
Castle
I
Crashers?
yeah.
think I briefly played with my
Xbox
friend.
360 arcade, that was a jammer,
Yeah,
dude.
dude, Castle Crashers is so much fun. I played it hardcore with my friends. I got them to buy Castle Crashers, everything, and I haven't played it in like forever after my friends get it. I'm notoriously bad for
Yeah.
that. And then like even furthermore, like my taste in games is just so weird. Like I'm not a huge solo campaign story
Single player,
type of
yeah.
person. Yeah, like I like video games to meet people, to hang out with people, to crap down people's throats when I'm way better than them, that kind of stuff. That's the reason why I like video games. So Valorant for me is an opportunity to like have this competitive nature and learn as the game is building. Literally, it's in beta right now, and I have access to it. And like learning all of this stuff has been so cool. And trying to get really good at the game, just because like it's a game that I feel like its esports is gonna do pretty well. It's gonna stay around for at least a
Yeah.
little while. Um, Riot, I don't think is gonna ruin their game, and so it gives me opportunity to actually get good at a game that may mean something. Oh, okay, you're actually good at this game. Whereas like in Overwatch, it's like, oh, I got to plat or I got to diamond or something like that. It's like it doesn't matter, you know.
That's what I was gonna say really fast. Is that like Overwatch? I feel like it combines the funness of Overwatch with the competitive nature of CS:GO. Like that's the thing. Whenever I hop on Overwatch, or like when I even played Overwatch when out like in its prime, and I played competitive, it just like I don't know. I still feel like people didn't really take it seriously, or people were just they were just one tricks and they wouldn't care about the comps and shit like that. It's like this game combines both of those games, and that's like the generic thing that everyone's saying. But like it does a really good job of combining like the competitiveness and the fun from CS:GO and Overwatch.
We just want to give a
Uh,
quick shout out to our first podcast sponsor, Powerade. Thank you very much for this opportunity to
Yeah,
work with you
except the
guys.
grape flavor sucks.
all right,
Okay,
ended
we're gonna
Uh,
stream.
let that slide.
Sorry,
Very
Powerade.
nice.
Oh, wait, I'm getting a DM here. They revoked the sponsorship.
Cost $50,000.
Rip. All right, now here
Nice.
goes the internet for the next month.
um, Aaron, did you play Overwatch when it was came out or at all?
I didn't play it when it came out, but I've played it briefly. Like when they've had like free events and stuff. My friend is like, I had a friend who was like, "Hey, we should play Overwatch," and like I was like, "Okay, cool," and I fucking got on for like one game and he got off. But I've played it like briefly, kind of, I guess you could
So
say.
you still don't
And
own it?
no, I don't own it. Like honestly, I've considered like playing it maybe sometime, but like I don't know. I probably would just buy
Did you
it, play it
enjoy
for
it
like
when
my
you played
free
it or
time.
no?
Not really. There were like mechanics I was like trying to fucking master because you know how I am with games. Like when I get on it, I want to be the fucking best. Like
Yeah.
with Tarkov or League or like whatever. Like I saw people like fucking like I'd watch like kill comps of people getting like a bunch of kills with like Genji, and I'm like, wow, that's really fucking cool. I want to be the
Yeah.
best at him, and like I don't know. I have like a different nature when it comes to games, I guess you could say. So that's why like if a game's been out, like what Ben was saying earlier, like he's essentially saying that like you and him got in early because you guys got keys to play the game before like everybody else did. I guess you could say like there's people that are getting them and get into, but like for instance, someone like me, when I get on, you're gonna have like probably a couple months of experience compared to like me as someone
Yeah.
who's just fucking getting in. So you guys have like a different window of opportunity than I guess most people do right now. So if something was to happen where you guys get into like a competitive nature with that or like another game, then that makes sense. But I don't know, like Overwatch, I feel like is so fucking developed now, and like when it comes to me playing a big game like that, I want to like fit in and like have a fucking like name with that. I guess it's probably because I'm a like egotistical fucking maniac,
No, I
but
feel the same way. I
yeah,
feel like there's a word for it, but I can't think of it. Where it's like, if it's a single player game, it's different. Like an old single player game, it's different. But if it's like an
yeah,
old multiplayer game that's like still relevant, it's like why play it if you don't want to be like the best or like top tier?
yeah, exactly. Like I feel like I'm above average at zombies, and I feel like people actually fucking like know me for that game alone, right? Like I have like high rounds on this map or that map, and like I have like this record or that record I can show for it, and like I've actually worked for stuff like that, and I don't know. I played zombies like fucking years ago, so it kind of ties in with that whole relevance of like you get in early, you can have experience and like be good at something, But zombies is pretty fucking brainless, so it's kind of just different.
I was gonna say
You
the
know?
recent
Yeah,
iterations may take a little bit less skill to get into.
yeah, definitely Black Ops 3. Like classics is kind of rough, but like if you fucking use megas, like it's so much easier. If I'm being completely honest, like even the megas that I use, like excluding power vac or like fucking round robin, like it's still so easy. I feel like
Yeah,
once you
it
get it
just comes
down.
into how much time you want to put in the game. I feel like
That too. I think there's a bit of luck that comes into it. No cap. Like
tiny
I
bit.
think.
I mean, depending on what gums you take. If you run
I mean,
like
yeah.
cashback, alchem, raindrops, like you don't really have to worry
Well,
about
I
luck.
feel like my like 97 flawless on shadows. God, I sound like such a fucking bragger right now. I
Fine.
think on shadows when I played that when I did the 24-hour stream, like I feel like I got so lucky on that run because I had like 5 or 6 red screens and I didn't down on any of them. So like when you go for stuff like that, I feel like it's a bit more luck oriented. And Kyle fucking always tells me I'm like the luckiest person he knows, but
True.
I don't know. I don't think that's true.
It's fucking 1,000,000% true. It's either that or you have like slightly above average luck, and I just have shit luck, so it like appears that you have god tier luck. But it's something
Nah.
like
Ben's looking pretty nice tonight with all of his red match. Look at him.
Thank you.
true.
Sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
No,
Who, me?
I was just gonna say like I don't think I could play zombies now with
You
how I've
could.
evolved in video games.
You could with
Oh,
us.
well, maybe if
We
you like
I
you
don't
didn't.
know. Like I don't think I'd enjoy it. Like the one time I would enjoy playing zombies is when we were like on the couch console like randomly, and even then I feel like we'd get really far into a round and be like, okay, now what? You don't have like much to show for it afterwards except for the number of the round that you got to. Like I think it's cool, and I think, don't get me wrong, like zombies, like I've had a lot of fun in zombies, but like for me, I don't know. I don't think I could sit down and do what Jet does, sit in a corner with a squid on his arm and like get high rounds or whatever
What
it's called, bro.
Jed does.
What
I
everyone
think
does, I guess.
I get that, but I think that you also haven't played custom zombies with us yet. And if you ever get the chance to like get Black Ops 3 for like a discounted price, please do, because you're one of the most fucking animated people I know when it comes to playing games, and it would be so funny to watch like 9 pans of
Yeah.
spawn on Ben and like fucking down him like instantly. It'd be the best reaction ever we've ever had. So
I do
I
get.
think you like customs a lot.
I know. See that I could get into, but even then I don't. That doesn't sound like it's considered like zombies. It's considered like Roblox. Like us playing
Yeah, I mean,
Roblox
it's not like
2 nights ago is
official.
no different. You know
It's
what I'm
not like
saying?
official, but it is a lot of fun.
No,
It
but
is.
you see what I'm saying? Like in comparison, like it's similar to us playing like a meme game like Roblox.
Yeah,
It'd be
yeah.
like custom. So it's just something we're doing together that's, providing an avenue for us to just have really stupid and cancerous times together that we'll remember because they're hilariously fun. Like when I got head tapped for someone paying 50K, or when Kai threw a grenade and killed me. And, all of these things, when you guys mess with me, you love it because I am animated. So, which is probably why like custom games would probably be lit. Yeah, dude, brother, you gotta hop on some Roblox with us sometime.
I was gonna touch on how you were saying it was or you think it's too late. I think if Black Ops 5 does stuff right, which it's a slim chance, but if they do, I think it's gonna be the best time for new people, and just fucking yeah, just new people or returning players or people who like used to play the old games and then didn't play like 3 and 4 and now want to hop back in. I think it'd be the best time. Transit remastered, dude. You learn Transit.
Transit.
So my question is, when do you guys think Zombies was at its biggest hype?
Black
What
Ops
map?
Black Ops 2.
Chronicles
Black Ops 2?
release.
Black Ops 2.
When Zombie Chronicles came out. Really?
And
You're
remind
so
me,
dumb if you say BO2, Aaron. Okay.
Bro, Black Ops, that was the biggest for any type of competitive scene or anything. Like Call of Duty.
Yeah,
was
he's
big.
saying for zombies. When was
Yeah,
the
I
peak
know,
of
but I'm
zombies?
saying, like,
specifically saying for Zombies.
It's
You have to
BO3.
guys-
BO3 Chronicles easily.
How many people tie in with zombies that play competitive though? There were fucking millions of people playing that game. Black Ops 2 is the biggest for zombies, no doubt.
BO3 easily. There's a reason why Chronicles is the was the #1 selling PlayStation DLC for that whole entire year. It's because it was fucking massive, dude. Aaron's actually retarded. I told you.
Aaron is saying BO2.
Like what? When Origins came out, the end of life
No,
cycle.
Or the beginning of BO2 when it was
Mob
like,
and Buried. Yeah, Mob and Buried was when it was the biggest easily.
Oh.
and then
Yeah.
Kyle, you're saying BO3 Chronicles.
Yeah, which was after the last map. It was
You mean like player base? We're talking about like how many players are playing, right?
or just
just
like
like-
community hype and like, yeah, basically
I
how
would, I would, I would say
I thought
player
you
base.
meant just off of players. If we're going
I-
off of
I-
players,
off of
probably-
players. Still, Black Ops 3 beats BO2 any day.
I don't think so.
I
I don't think
fucking
it does.
would
I
bet
see,
anything.
I agree. I think BO2 would have it. To
I
be
don't
fair,
think so.
I know jack diddly about BO3 and Chronicles or whatever you're saying. It sounds like you're trying to like sales pitch me for the Chronicles of Narnia, and like that's fine, but like the only reason I ever played zombies was because of BO2.
So if we're going off of just players, like I'll throw Kyle a bone here. If we're going off of players alone, Black Ops 2 probably had most players, but I would say the most hype that zombies ever had was Black Ops 3. Like for how much detail went in and how much people were looking forward to the game. Easily, because when I watched the Shadows trailer, dude, that shit almost fucking made me tear up. I was like, this is insane. I never saw the fucking trailer. I was like, this is so cool. Like, how did I miss out on this? Like, I missed out on fucking 2015 completely. And I don't know. I think that yeah, for hype, easily Black Ops 3. But players, if we're going off of players alone, Black Ops 2 was where fucking everything was for COD. Most players for fucking people watching competitive, most viewed on Twitch for Call of Duty at the time. All of that shit was where it was. That was statistically the best and biggest point Black Ops or any Call of Duty has ever reached.
I
Besides
still think
now, I mean,
BO3.
I would say like Modern Warfare could probably like compete with that a little bit, but Black Ops 2 is still really big. Like it would have like a couple 100,000 people watching the tournaments and stuff at least. So
So Ben, since you are super interested in Valorant, I was curious if like if BO5 like what would Black Ops 5 need for you to like actually like buy it and play it and like think it was a really cool, interesting, competitive game. Well, you're muted.
Thank you. I've been eating jelly beans.
Fine.
all right, no big deal.
Um, so for BO5 to interest me at all, bro, it's the biggest thing is they sell it for $60, and primarily of that is their campaign. They have it in three sections. It's their story mode for the people that like COD and want to say they've played all of them. Like, oh yeah, I remember when Call of Duty 1 came out and I played it on my DS, or I played Call of Duty 4 on my DS and that was so much fun. Like, bro, I don't care. Call of Duty's storyline is the same thing. The hypest moment I ever had with Call of Duty was when I think it's Ghost comes out when you're at like Rust on Modern Warfare 2 and you freaking
You throw
yoink
the
that.
throwing knife.
Yeah, bro, you
And you
you
kill
pull that
Shepard.
knife out
I
of you and you
remember
kill Shepard, bro. That is lit.
that.
That's the coolest point. Then what? That was like 10 years ago. That has been the coolest thing that's happened to Call of Duty besides Warzone, which is interesting. But even that game tilts me out of nowhere because they've, in essence, ruined an idea that could have been really good. So,
So no
bro,
campaign then would be a first good thumbs up from you.
no. So what I would need is they need to sell it differently. They need to sell zombies by itself. They need to sell multiplayer by itself. They need to sell the campaign by itself. They need to split those three up. If you keep bundling that in, the only reason I would ever get BO5 would be simply if I really wanted to like play like multiplayer and have a lot of fun with that, then maybe that would be a reason. The only reason would be zombies. I don't care about the campaign, so I'm paying $60 if they're bundling it all for 2/3 of the game. Arguably less than 2/3 because multiplayer ends up being full of toxic people and makes you want to
Yeah.
cry when you play it. So it's like the only thing I'd be paying for is zombies, and then like
Yeah,
I'm
but you see
missing
why
out
that's
on.
why they bundle it together, right? Is because most people probably wouldn't buy the campaign if they did sell it separately.
Exactly.
So
But like I don't know. So for me, like I would need a zombies exclusive, like or something like that, because I think yeah, zombies is fun. It's something that like you can try hard, really like try hard at. It'd be cool to learn all these like metas that you guys have with zombies and stuff like that. But
oh,
but for me,
Oh, fucking tornado! Tornadoes hitting Missouri right now.
wait, what?
Oh, we're good now. Your camera
We're
froze
having
for
an
a second.
earthquake.
Did I just get yoinked?
You're good now, I think.
Okay, okay. I was so confused. Um, Bro, I don't even know. Like, I don't know what BO5 would have to do in order for me to get it.
Okay, now ask me.
No.
I think we talked about this last week, but yeah, Aaron, what does Black Ops 5 need to have?
Okay, buddy.
You said like a rideable tractor on transit. You said that I think
All
last
right,
week.
well, let me give you an actual answer now, because that's just bullshit. Shut up, Powerade once again. So basically,
Starburst jelly beans too.
for yeah, don't drop that. That's fucking.
It's gone. I don't
That
know
was
where it
about to
is. It's
explode.
gone, dude. It just traveled into the ethereal plane.
So for Black Ops 5 to be good for zombies, I was talking about this with Kai earlier. God, your fucking bed sheet just moved in because the fan, dude. I would have to say probably, obviously, like a Zombie Chronicles too. Like if we don't get a fucking Die Rise Transit
On
mod remaster,
release or like after the year?
no, it doesn't. Either or, it would really be in their favor if they did it on release. But I mean, people would probably be pissed. Oh, they're fucking doing it for money. Like, yeah, no shit. But I mean, I don't know. I think that would be pretty good having a Zombie Chronicles 2, and then I don't know. You know how like as zombies went on, like for World at War, it was like yeah, like the ray gun was really cool. The wonder weapons were what really stood out in that game, right? Like the Wonder Waff was like what everybody fucking talked about, and that was like the big fucking star for that game series for World at War. And then Black Ops 1, they added new perks. New perks were really cool. And then they added new wonder weapons as well. So Black Ops 3 comes around, they added like gobble gums, and that was the big like one up. Like each time a game comes out, they're initially outdoing themselves, right? They're trying to add something new and creative so people have, I guess, that fun factor and something to work toward. But when you do that so much, you run out of, I guess, creative ideas. So if they don't have something like that with Black Ops 5, it's going to tank. So then bringing back normal perks isn't going to be enough for people to just be like, oh yeah, I want to buy BO5 and play the zombies. Like they need to bring back all of what they had before and more.
That's
So,
true.
if the elixir system is still elixirs, not gobblegums, and it's fucking scuffed like it is in Black Ops 4, then
That's yeah. Uh,
that's gonna be
I
bad.
feel one of the main things is they have to go back to gobblegums.
If they don't go back to gobblegums, if they don't go back to original perks, and
I
they
mean, it could be
literally make
something
wonder
else.
weapons,
Like it doesn't have to be a gumball machine, but like the same system where
yeah,
you get a free one every
similar.
round. Did you play when you didn't get a free one every round?
No,
I
I
think
saw
they did
footage.
it when Rev came out or when Chronicles came out is when they started doing that. But
It was
before,
Chronicles.
it costed 500
Yeah,
to spin every round.
I mean it's unique though. Like if they don't have something that stands out like that and something that makes it enjoyable, it's just gonna be fucking bad.
I think
So,
if because I feel like Black Ops 4 they were too over ambitious. If they literally just basically copy paste Black Ops 3, play it safe for the year, it'll be 100% fine. And then if they if they want it for Black Ops 6 or whatever the next game after that is, if they want to be like super over ambitious and have like a big vision and shit, then I would say that is when they should go for it. But with how Black Ops 4 went, they have to play it safe this year.
I mean, safe with ambition is gonna be like the move. They have to do that. Like I understand not wanting to fuck anything up, but like they have to push it and they have to do it better than it was for BO3. If they don't do something that's gonna stand out, it's gonna flop again, and that's gonna be the fucking end. This is like the final straw, last of it. Like they have to have a fucking like a pocket pick right now, something
You know what I think they could do that would be cool?
real fast. Hold on, we're
And
getting
it,
like a lot of drop frames on stream right now, which is a lot of buffer. I think at least. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
See, the thing is, what's going to be interesting is when I download this VOD, if it's like scuffed or if it isn't scuffed.
I
I
mean,
hope
if
it's
you download it through stream, right?
yeah.
You're gonna see the pauses, I think, but that's about it.
Second. I think is it fine now? No, it's not. Man, this is so annoying. This is why I need a new PC. Like
Yes.
once if I get this money and I order a new PC, I have to empty all the files on my computer before I hook up the new one, and then I'm gonna switch to the new one. But yeah, we have any more topics? Anything else we want to touch on?
I want to touch on Ben's pretty face.
That's his girlfriend's shop.
Sorry. Yeah.
I think the one thing that So, okay, as people who are established in the zombies community, what would you think or do if the way they took zombies was something more similar to like Daisy or
All right,
Rust
I'm
or
getting
like
off. This is a good podcast.
Rust?
See you later, Ben. I'm kidding.
Yeah, like that those games interest me. Setting
Sorry,
up
say that
like the
again. I'm so Sorry, I heard bit notification. My dog was barking. I'm checking to see if we're shopping frames. Sorry, I'm all fucking over the place.
No, you're good, dude. So the way I think of it is I would want something along the lines of like 7 Days to Die or Rust or what's it? Dead Matter is about to come out or Dead Space I think is another one that's kind of popular right now. It recently came out like a week ago.
That's
Those
an old game now.
games.
Dead Space.
Maybe it's not Dead Space. I can't remember exactly. I think it's a game that only like dropped like 3 or 4 days ago. Excuse me. And so I personally like the aspect of like in 7 Days to Die, like you survive the environment, you have zombies, but and then every 7 days there's this huge horde that comes in and like tracks to your base that you've been building or like tries to find you and all that kind of stuff. And that's like 7 Days to Die. I could play endlessly. It is so much fun. I've
Yeah, that's
put
the game I
so many
wanted to get into
hours.
as well.
And so like for me, why like I think they got to get rid of like the round system. Like I know that is
Me and
so
Aaron are.
controversial, but think about it. Like why if you want them to go big, what else could they change? Like what besides adding like something brand new like content wise, but
And
why
I
not
cannot tell if you're fucking with us right now or not.
No, I think for me, in order to buy BO5, in order for it to have zombies, zombies got to be completely different. It's got to be not what zombies has ever been before. And I'm being genuine. Like that's not me memeing. Like I
Just
think like the round system has been around since for how long now?
since the
Forever.
beginning, 10,
It could
10
be
years.
something similar to rounds, but they need to change it up
Like,
a little bit. They got to add, I would be open to like a semi more like doesn't have to be a huge like MMORPG open world, but like something similar where you could like I don't know, tag team or like, maybe you have like I don't even know how they would do it. But like I don't know. I think they could implement the idea of zombies with something bigger to make
you know
it
what I thought?
more of something than you would play than just offline. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah,
should be able to play like there should be more to zombies than what there already is.
I think something that I just thought of, Aaron, that would be cool is instead of rounds, they did like waves, and like everyone had to press a button or like press something on the map to like go to the next wave. So like you could actually do like two-player co-op for like a really long time because you could like pause in between the
That'd be
waves.
interesting. I mean, there's already like you can pause the game together when you're playing like
Oh,
Black Ops
BO4.
4, so
That's different though.
they're probably gonna bring that back.
It needs to be like no more room in hell.
I haven't played that one either.
Are you guys familiar with that game at all?
No,
So it is wave based, but instead of waves, it's objective based. So you're going through trying to escape this area or whatnot, and each time you are going through a different part of the map, and each objective you finish, whether that's like find a specific item, get to a certain location, activate this switch, call on the radio. It's kind of like Left 4 Dead campaign a little bit, but it's all objective based, and then those each of those objectives, like there is a bigger sense of more zombies are flooded there, or more zombies come like emerge onto that area. Like I think
yeah.
that's how it needs to be, bro. No More Room in Hell is one of the most difficult games I have ever played. The achievements on Steam for No More Room in Hell, people have like each achievement has a maximum of like 4%. Like people have such
Damn.
a hard time beating these levels because they're so hard. And like I think something like that could be interesting for Call of Duty Zombies.
So like a Left 4 Dead type campaign because I've never played no one. But like a level based system instead of round
Sort
based.
of. I would say instead of just round based, base it all off of objectives that you could do. Whether that's a bigger map where you could go to different areas and like start different objectives. Different objectives could like say there's like a tree branch. Like you start here, but you had like 3 different like paths that you could go on the objectives, and that would create different zombies that came in, or different like a different outline of like it would almost be a unique experience every single time instead of okay, I'm on round 24 of Kino. I know exactly what I need to do for the next 48 rounds. Like I don't know, for me there needs to be a more unique experience for every time you play zombies.
Yeah.
But also my viewpoint on games is super weird and not probably one that's commonly found in the zombies community, so
Interesting.
We
Just
still love you,
asking.
man.
Just asking if you know about Easter eggs.
I've heard about them. I don't know. I guess something you hunt on Easter Sunday, and they normally have candy and or money inside. But like, I don't know.
If you ever get Black Ops 3, we'll have to fucking do the Shadows Easter egg.
We still haven't done that, have we?
No. Got to. Kai gets home.
That's true.
Alright, well, we want to wrap the episode up there then?
It's up to you guys, dude. I don't care.
Alright, sweet. Ben, you want to shout out your social medias?
Sure.
Hey, first off, you gotta go to Powerade, please. Powerade, go ahead. 1 minute minimum.
How about you fucking drink for a minute straight, buddy? While Ben shouts out his socials.
Time
Drink
it
from
right
the
now.
sponsor.
Wait, am I doing it now, or are we doing
Yeah.
it while we're getting a sponsor? Okay. You guys can find me on Twitch. I try to stream every single day, but that doesn't always happen. The best way to know if I'll be streaming is to follow my Twitter, my Instagram. Twitter is DragonTasker29. Instagram is just DragonTasker. Instagram is going to be more along clips and stuff like that, or cool edited videos. Where like my most recent one was with Kyle, where we found a broken in-game mechanic of Valorant, which has already been patched, but it was really cool to have that experience. Then Twitter, like I said, DragonTasker29 is an easy way to keep up with me. Um, the fastest way to see when I'm going live next, that kind of stuff, and updates on my life. But other than that, you can find me at twitch.tv/DragonTasker. I stream all bunches of different games, but primarily as of right now, Valorant, because I'm loving it. So
Awesome.
Well, that's
Thanks,
perfect
guys.
timing because just happens to be on my Powerade.
Alright. Well, thank you for everyone for watching and typing in chat. If you're watching us on YouTube, live every week on Twitch, what are you doing not watching us live?
Yeah,
We'll,
you put pegs.
we'll catch you here either next Thursday or Friday. I'm not sure what time yet, but we'll be here one of those 2 days. Appreciate everyone coming out. Aaron, you want to say final words, buddy?
Kyle was a great and loyal friend. His family loved him dearly. He was one of the most avid gamers I've ever met in my entire life, and I'm sad to see him go at such a young age. He talked about Black Ops 5 being great on release, and he was 100% just down for that game to come out. So, you know, it's just too bad he didn't get to live to see that. And I know, I'm sorry, everyone's crying now.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
those
buying
are my final words.
Black Ops 5 in
Aaron, why'd you
response
shut
to
your
his
camera off?
passing.
Because I gotta go pee after drinking all that. I'll be back.
Interesting. Alright, well, I'll catch you guys later. Again, everyone have a great day, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace.